you ever have trouble coming up with a gift idea for someone? People always say that handmade gifts are the most special to people, and that is why today I'm going to be showing you how to make a scrapbook for someone that you love. So, I'm going to be taking you through the process of gathering all of your materials, assembling the page, and then putting it into a book to give for a very special gift. So the first step is to gather all of your materials. So over here I have laid out some pictures, the paper that I'm going to be using, scissors, ruler, adhesives, and any kind of embellishments that you want to add, like some decorative tape, stickers, or stamps. After you've gathered all of your materials, you want to decide on what color scheme you're going to go for. So first thing I do when deciding a color scheme is look at my pictures. So in my pictures, I like to decide on what color best goes with all of the people in the picture. So for me, on this one, these are the people that are on my improv team, and I'm making this for my boyfriend, so I want to make him stand out the most on the page. So he is in light blue in both pictures. So I've chosen this blue-gray scrapbook paper so that he stands out the very most on the page. Then the next thing you want to do is select any kind of additional paper that you want as an accent color. So I've selected navy blue because it's a nice contrast to the light blue, and it also still goes with everyone's outfits. After you have decided on a color scheme and a theme, you want to start by cutting everything to scale. So for the sake of time, I went ahead and cut this sheet to be able to fit into the book that I'm wanting to put it into. So the way you do this is to take a page that's already in the book. So if it's a photo album, you might just want to take the sheet protectors that are in there out and lay it down on a full sheet of scrapbook paper. You want to trace out the sides with a ruler and a pencil and then cut it with scissors. After you've done that, you're going to take a single hole punch, line up these holes, and punch 3 spots in it. Then it will be able to fit perfectly into our album. After you do that, you want to cut any kind of accent papers that are going to go with your photos. So I've chosen this navy blue to make a border for my picture. So I'm going to take my adhesive and just run it along the sides of my photograph and place it in the center. And that is perfect. So after you have cut everything to scale, you want to start playing around with a layout. Now, a layout is very much trial and error because you never know what exactly is going to look right on the page until you've got it all set out. So I'm going to start by making this picture my focal point right here in the center. And then I'm going to play around with where this little one's going to go. So you might want to try something like overlapping your pictures, or maybe I want to move this one up a bit and have this one just right here in the center below. It's all about trial and error. And speaking of trial and error, this border is just a little bit too thick, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that down so that we're not cutting off any of these holes and that it's able to be punched straight into the book with ease. Okay, that is much better. So I think that I want this photo to go straight in the center of this page, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that in with my adhesive. Now this adhesive that I'm using is called a dot runner, and it's just like little tiny glue dots that go all the way down the back. And it's something that can be easily removed if you need it to be removed, because it's not permanent, but it's also going to keep it on there for a long time. Okay. And then let's do that with this one as well. And I think I'm going to place this one right down here, covering up the bottom of her dress, but be careful to not cover up anyone's faces. Okay, and just to add a little pop of color, I'm going to be taking some decorative washi tape. And I've selected several different ones over here. So I picked out this navy dot because it adds a nice contrast, but I also picked out a few different ones in a coral color scheme because several people in our photo have a little bit of coral on as well. So I'm just going to place this on the top and bottom of each photograph. Washi tape is a really good way to make something decorative and have a little extra pop, but it's also very functional because it'll keep the pictures in place, just in case that adhesive on the back wasn't strong enough. So just to bring in a new color, I'm also going to take this coral tape right here to our largest picture. So this is where we are at so far with all of the washi tape. Now it's time to start adding any kind of embellishments. So I'm going to start with glitter and just do a little bit of polka dot. And we are ready to go into the book. If you like, you can add a little bit of journaling in just to document what was going on or give it a title, just so that later on down the road you know exactly who's who and what was going on. To make this the best gift possible, we're just going to tie a ribbon around it. And your loved one is sure to love this gift because they can see just how much time and thought went into making it. Thank you.